Why do I think people are choosing to come to Thailand and leave their country? Number one, it's super peaceful in Thailand. You don't gotta worry about too many things, no violence. As far as what you might be used to, if you're from, the States, you might be from Miami, LA, etc. You'll see that it's way more chill once you're in Thailand. Those big city problems that you had before, you can just run and escape and start a whole new life. It's gonna feel amazing. Reason number two, why I feel like a lot of people are moving to Thailand. I mean, it's cheap. You get somewhere like this, 400, 500, 600 a month, right? So you don't got to stress about money like that. If you want to be cheap, you can eat street dinners for like $2, $3, all that. So with money not being an issue, that's going to open up a lot of doors for you. A lot of people make important decisions in their life based off what their finances look like. Okay, I only have this amount, so I can only do this. Or, hey, I want to do this, but I got to do it in a way that it doesn't cost X amount of dollars, right? So if you're in a position where you feel like your dollars are going a lot further, you're less stressed, that's going to help you in more ways than none, and it's going to affect your life in more ways than one. It can affect your dating life, personal life, business, all that stuff. So it's definitely a big thing to consider when it comes to that. And another reason is because the foods. So a lot of developed countries, or even some of the developing countries, will have issues with food. So America, for example, is considered like an ultra-processed place. So when you're eating there, even when you eat organic and natural foods, they're not the actual thing, right? To be considered organic, it only has to be a certain percentage. And then also, you can spray organic pesticides on it, and then that's how you can get away with that. And there's something called a peel, which you can look it up. I don't want to go too deep into it, but some people say that it was something, done by Bill Gates, where they spray it on certain fruits and vegetables. So even when you try to only do the fruits and veggies, you're still inhaling or taking in certain poisons. So you have to watch in that aspect as well. They say even the water is tampered with, right? So I mean, if you can't trust the fruits, veggies, and water, what can you trust? I don't know. Speaking of trust, that brings me to the next reason. So a lot of people are also relocating because they feel a greater sense of community and trust when they're out in areas like Southeast Asia, more specifically Thailand. Some people back home, they feel like, oh, I can't trust my neighbor, or this is going on, this, blah, 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 blah. So there's like a wall up, a sense of a defense mechanism. And then we see out here, I'm about to order some food, and there's an area where whenever you have an apartment complex out here, or condo, etc., people will order food, leave it, and no one touches it. They just label it, hey, this is this person's. And it's like a trust system. Like, I feel like you couldn't do something like that in the States. Like, you can't trust it to be gone for 2 minutes, let alone like 2 hours or something, right? So nobody touches anybody's deliveries, foods, perishable goods, all that type of thing. So, I mean, it's just a beautiful lifestyle in that sense. Speaking of lifestyle, another reason why people are locating is because of the weather. Now here it does get extremely hot, but it's not like a dry heat. It's like a humid heat. So if you can deal with that, I think you'll be fine in that aspect. But on the flip side of that, you don't have to worry about the complete opposite end. Me personally, if y'all have been watching me for a while, I'm from the Midwest, right? So if you're from somewhere like Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, etc., you're used to that heavy snow. Even on the East Coast, a lot of East Coast places, especially the Northeast, they experience a lot of snow and rainfall and all that. And you come somewhere like here, and you're like, yo, I don't got to worry about snow. I don't got to worry about ice melting down and hitting someone. I don't got to worry about tornadoes, all that stuff. So it's definitely a different vibe. It does get really hot, but if you can deal with that, you're good. Even when it does rain out here, the thing is, like, if you see my previous videos, the rain is only like temporary, 5, 10, 15, 20, an hour at most or something like that, from what I've seen personally and from what people have told me. There's going to be those more rare scenarios where it goes longer and stronger, But typically the rain out here is just light, just hits you, boom, 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 then it cleans up. People go outside, maybe it comes back like an hour later or something. But it's very manageable. You just kind of got to plan your day around it and make sure you're not doing any activities that could be affected by rain. But got cut off in the middle of my talking point. They didn't want to hear this greatness, but we're gonna keep going. Long story short, the GoPro told me I had some more battery left, but I guess it went out early. That's why you gotta have them backups for moments like this. I actually bought another one before I left, so I technically have 5 batteries. So I'm just gonna exchange them, and that's how I'm gonna be able to do the 3 videos a day, like I was telling y'all earlier. Right now, I think this is the video number 2 or number 3, so I'm hitting that quota before I call it a night. It's pretty early. I want to say it's only like 6 p.m., but like I was saying earlier, I didn't get too much sleep. So speaking about the rain and how to avoid it or to work around it so you can still have a successful day, but still the weather out here is great, so I'd recommend that. And the thing is, the further south you go, the better typically it gets. So for example, I'm in Bangkok, but if you're somewhere like Pattaya, typically that has even better weather. So you go more south, better weather, and allegedly cheaper. So double win on that side. So another reason why I feel like people are definitely moving out here is because it's like a vibe, right? It's so laid back. Like I spoke about how there's trust and things of that nature, but how could you not like it out here? It's not super stressed, and like if you're from the East Coast, you just know what I'm talking about as far as the people, the vibes, etc. West Coast is typically on the stage is more laid back. Now, if you're from somewhere like a big city in the UK or a big city in Australia, you got that hustle mentality, boom, 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 boom. Not saying they don't have that out here, but it's just so open. The people are so open, so loving, so laid back. It's just, you really gotta see it to believe it. You really gotta come out here, taste it. If you've never been out here, you can make sure to like, comment, subscribe. My next series of videos are gonna be about out here. As far as traveling, I want to let y'all know I do got some other things planned in the future, potentially Central America, Dubai, etc. But as of right now, we're speaking about Thailand specifically and only. If you have any other questions, make sure to hit the IG page. It's the same name. I've been responding to every DM so far, and I believe every comment. Sometimes YouTube tries to play around with the comments and hide them, but for the most part, actually, I responded to every comment. I haven't missed one yet. Even when YouTube trying to hide them, I go back and look for it manually. But yeah, I'm gonna say peace, love, all that. Sorry, I'm super tired. This humidity is getting to me, and I haven't slept in 2 days. Fresh off these flights, eating the airplane food. Tomorrow I'll be restored, feeling a lot better. Give y'all more quality content, and I got a few ideas coming and a few people I would like to interview.